shine, and I shine, and I shine so bright, and I shine, and I shine, and I shine so bright. I am a light, I am a light, I am a light in this world. I am a light, I am a light, I am a light in this world. And I shine, and I shine, and I shine so bright. And I shine, and I shine, and I shine so bright. I am a light, I am a light, I am a light in this world. I am a light, I am a light, I am a light in this world. And I shine, and I shine, and I shine so bright. And I shine, and I shine, and I shine so bright. You are a light, you are a light, you are a light in this world. You are a light, you are a light, you are a light in this world. And you shine, and you shine, and you shine so bright, and I shine, and I shine, and I shine so bright. I am a light, I am a light, I am a light in this world. I am a light, I am a light, I am a light in this world. And I shine, and I shine, and I shine so bright. And I shine, and I shine, and I shine so bright. I am a light, I am a light, I am a light in this world. I am a light, I am a light, I am a light in this world. And I shine, and I shine, and I shine so bright. And I shine, and I shine, and I shine so bright. You are a light, you are a light, you are a light in this world. You are a light, you are a light, you are a light in this world. And you shine, and you shine, and you shine so bright, and I shine, and I shine, and I shine so bright. I am a light, I am a light, I am a light in this world. I am a light, I am a light, I am a light in this world. And I shine, and I shine, and I shine so bright. And I shine, and I shine, and I shine so bright. I am a light, I am a light, I am a light in this world. I am a light, I am a light, I am a light in this world. And I shine, and I shine, and I shine so bright. And I shine, and I shine, and I shine so bright. You are a light, you are a light, you are a light in this world. You are a light, you are a light, you are a light in this world. And you shine, and you shine, and I shine, and I shine, and I shine so bright, and I shine, and I shine, and I shine so bright. I am a light, I am a light, I am a light in this world. I am a light, I am a light, I am a light in this world. And I shine, and I shine.
Good morning. My name is Reggie Kapp, and I am the Operations Administrator and a volunteer here at Columbia CSL. Today, I'm your presider. So I want to welcome you to our Sunday celebration. For those of you on Facebook, we would greatly appreciate it if you would share this live stream to bring more of us together in the energy of spirit. I'll just pause for a second for you to do that now. Wonderful. Our vision is to contribute to a world that works for everyone. We are a diverse community of belonging and growth, sharing the light and joy within ourselves while learning to see it in others. Our work as a community is to illuminate the spiritual truth that we all belong to each other. And that calls for us to be inclusive, to celebrate and embrace our unique identities, which includes ability status, age, ethnicity, gender identity, national origin, physical characteristics, race, religion, and sexual orientation. So as we open our service, we would love to acknowledge that in Howard County, Maryland, we are on the unceded traditional lands of the Piscataway tribe of the Algonquin. We honor the Piscataway community and their elders, past, present, and all future generations. So now I'd like to invite you to set an intention for this week. Take a deep breath and allow yourself to sink into the feeling of that intention right now, as you open to receive Spirit's guidance throughout our time together. So we have a saying here, listening or singing or listening to music is like praying twice. So we begin each service with a song. And this week, we are blessed to have Jessie Powers as our musical guest. Jessie is an amazing musician, songwriter, and singer who loves to be spontaneously joyful. So please help me welcome Jessie Powers.
Good morning, Columbia CSL. I'm very excited this morning because I have a new song that I literally just wrote. And I'm going to share it right now. Everybody get up. Oh, it's a beautiful day. Everybody get up. Oh, it's a beautiful day. Sing it with me. Everybody get up. Oh, it's a beautiful day. One more time. Everybody get up. Oh, it's a beautiful day. I wake up early and I see the sun. I wonder how it does it every day. It rises up and then it falls again, born only to die away. Look in the mirror and I see myself. I wonder how I do it every day. Standing on this big blue rock, not knowing what I'm doing here. Still believing there's a reason, keep on keeping on my way. Yeah. Each time I open my eyes, I get to decide how I am gonna show up and show out in this life. You know this part. Woo! Everybody get up. day and night. Got no control in those hands. A little soldier just moving through time. I'm so glad I am not a clock. I am alive and I can choose to dance. Each time I open my eyes, that's when we get to decide how we are gonna show up and show out in this life. Ha! Everybody get up. Oh, it's a beautiful day. Get up now, baby. Everybody get up. Oh, it's a beautiful day. Everybody get up. Everybody get up. Ooh, oh, it's a beautiful day. Get up, get up, get up, and be grateful. I'm up, I'm up, I'm up, and I'm thankful. Get up, get up, get up, and be grateful. Say it. I'm up, I'm up, I'm up, and I'm thankful. Get up, get up, get up, and be grateful. I'm up, I'm up, I'm up, and I'm thankful. Get up, get up, get up, and be grateful. I'm up, and I'm ready to play. Everybody get up. Come on, let's play. Oh, it's a beautiful day. Let's go outside and play. Everybody get up. Ooh, oh, it's a beautiful day. 2 more times. Sing it like you know it. Everybody get up. It's a beautiful day. Oh, it's a beautiful day. Let's go play. 1 more time. Everybody get up. Oh, it's a beautiful day. Good morning.
Oh, good morning. Thank you, Jesse. We are up. It's a beautiful day, and I am deciding to dance today. That was beautiful. Thank you. So if this is your first time experiencing Columbia Center for Spiritual Living, you're welcome. And we welcome you, and thank you for joining us today. We want you to know that no matter who you are or whatever your spiritual path, you are welcome here. So there are a variety of ways to connect and engage in community. We invite you to continue watching our announcement roll at the end of service, where you'll find updates on events, classes, etc. And so links on all our events can also be found on the website calendar, columbiacsl.com/events, or you can email us at info@columbiacsl.com for more information. Wow, that was so fun. Now let us consciously engage in spiritual practice together. A more meditative spiritual practice, but it's all spiritual practice, right? We invite you to settle in, to center yourself in this moment. Find that sacred place within, where spirit is all there is. We will have a contemplative reading by Zita Johnson Betts, followed by a guided meditation and affirmative prayer by Idalia Romero.
Good morning, Columbia CSL. The reading for today is titled, Based on What? By Reverend Dr. Raymond Anderson, Science of Mind, February 2023. To begin, we consider this question posed by Ernest Holmes in the Extension Course, Volume 1, page 71. On what is our faith and confidence based? I'm going to say that again. On what is our faith and confidence based? Imagine a continuum of faith. At one end is life-affirming faith, and at the other end is life-denying faith. Both are aspects of faith. It's all one. And as a result, both have creative consequences in our lives. Everyone operates from any number of points along the faith continuum. It is not necessarily an either-or experience. For some things, we may be further along the life-affirming side, and for others, the life-denying side. I may be life-affirming as it pertains to my beliefs about faith, but life-denying regarding my belief about creating healthy finances and abundance. Let's get curious about our faith. Pause for a moment and look around at your life experiences. In many ways, they are an outward demonstration of your faith and confidence. Yes, there are some things that are the result of the collective consciousness, but for now, look at your life under the metaphysical microscope to ascertain what your faith and confidence are actually creating. The above quote from Holmes begins like this. Jesus told us that when we pray, we must enter the closet and shut the door. We should approach life inwardly and not outwardly. For to look only at the outward is to perpetuate the form we desire to dissolve or transform. In other words, creating, manifesting, demonstrating must begin with our own consciousness, with our faith, and with our confidence. Now let us join in this affirmation. What I believe is made evident by the life I live. I choose to live confidently and boldly, to live out loud, audaciously, and unapologetically because of my life-affirming faith. And so it is, my beloveds, and so it is. Namaste.
How beautiful. Good morning, beloveds. Oh, as we become still, let's just feel this quietness. Let us relax our body as we surrender ourselves to the spirit within, letting go, being in the moment. This moment, in this moment in time, where we take time to explore the journey within. As we gently close our eyes, we begin our inner exploration by concentrating on the center of our forehead, the space between our eyebrows, the place that we call our third eye. Let us take a moment to pause, feel the stillness. Be still and know. Be still and know that I am. As we concentrate on that third eye, we could see a fountain of colors, an array of many different colors. Pinks, purple, green, yellow, blue. Whatever color comes forth for you. That place where we can fully see our magnificence, That place where we allow the passion of life to reveal itself. That place where we know without a shadow of a doubt that everything, every single thing lies within us. For the journey is always within. As we take a soft, natural breath, let us go deeper inside ourselves, where we can see a burst of all those colors reveal themselves like a string of pearls of light and passion, a string of pearls of deep-rooted faith. As we go further within, we feel that overwhelming desire to that spiritual connection, that connection within. The place where we know without a shadow of a doubt that we are one with something that is greater than us. That power that lives inside of us, where our curiosity for life bubbles up and opens us up to the understanding that we are always, always here to be a catalyst for change in the world and in our lives. A blind law, mind in action, the creative medium of spirit. For we know there's only one law, a law that is always guiding us with universal pearls of wisdom. Feel the freedom itself. A place where we know the law of God is holy, wholeness. So let us take a moment now to drive through any fear in our body and minds, letting go of those thoughts that no longer serve us, but to reveal the wonderment in the unknown and revel in the gifts it brings us as we gently and softly open up our eyes, look around us, wherever you are, and see all the gifts and feel the gratitude inside our hearts. Okay, so let us pray. Knowing that there is only one power and one presence, one mind, one creative energy. That which we call God, we call Allah, we call Buddha, we call Yahweh. It is that very essence that lives inside of each and every one of us. It is the heartbeat, that voice that comes through us. For we are the channels. We are the channels, wherever we go, wherever we stand. So today, as we come together to celebrate, to be one, to remember that we are always one, that we live inside the Spirit, that we have the faith of a mustard seed that goes beyond anything that we could ever imagine, knowing that this power always gives us what we need. And today we are so grateful for every single thing, grateful for everyone that has come together today, grateful for those that have come forth to be of service, grateful for those that are here in the streaming today. So we just breathe, and celebrate and dance trance to the joy of life itself. So we give great thanks, great thanks, as we allow these words, these prayer to just float into that nothingness, that circumference that is nowhere. And we just let it be, let it go, surrender it all to the faith of the unknown. For we know this service has been delivered perfectly, and we let it be so. And we are grateful. As we release it, let it go, and together we say, and so it is. Amen.
And so it is. Thank you, Zita and Adalia, for that beautiful time of spiritual practice. In this community, our practitioners and ministers are eager to know the truth with you. Feel free to email your request for prayer or counseling to prayer@columbiacsl.com, and we will hold your truth in prayer throughout the week. And now, please help me welcome back our guest artist of the day, Jessie Powers.
We can change the world if we want to. We can change it all if we want. Sit with me, we can be 6 feet apart. We'll bow our heads and honor that which is greater than we are. Take the pain inside your heart and give it to the light. Together we're better, so let yourself remember that tonight. Because we can change the world if we want to. We can change it all if we want. We can change the world if we want to. Yes, we can. We can change it all if we want. It isn't mine to ever know the answer to it all. I will never know. But what I do know is we must go where we are called. Everything is screaming out, honey, it's all inside. Begin with me within and see the peace that we ignite. Stillness is the way. Stillness is the way. Stillness is the way. Stillness is the way. We're gonna breathe in, gonna breathe out. That's about all that we can do right now. Maybe it's not ours to figure out today. Gonna be here, gonna be now. Peace of mind is gonna find us somehow. And I know that stillness is the way. Stillness is the way. Be still with me. Stillness is the way. 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 Stillness, stillness, stillness is the way. Stillness, stillness is the way. Stillness, stillness is the way.
Yay! Thank you, Jessie. Stillness is the way. And I say yes to stillness, and I say yes to dancing. I think that those two things are okay. So thank you for sharing your amazing talent with us. All right, and now it's my extreme pleasure to welcome today's speaker. Eugene Holden is a master practitioner, a teacher, a counselor, a regular contributor to the Science of Mind magazine, and certainly a friend to Columbia Center for Spiritual Living. His talk today is entitled Finding the Pearl. So please help me welcome Eugene Holden.
Good morning, Columbia CSL. It is so good to be with you. And I want to thank everybody right off the top of the time right here. I want to thank everybody who kept me in your prayers during an interesting last part of January. So thank you so very, very much. Also, a shout out to the beautiful Reverend Rafe Ellis and his beautiful wife, Deborah. Columbia, you are in for a beautiful, beautiful treat with Reverend Rafe. He brings wisdom, he brings gifts, he brings joy, he brings a solidness, and he brings a sense of humor that is something else. So again, it is so good to be with you. So today I want to talk about finding the pearl. Finding the pearl. You know, this is the month of curiosity, right? Curiosity as our superpower. I would like to say that curiosity is not only one of our superpowers. I want to take it like this. I think, and I believe, and I feel, and I know that curiosity is a gift. That we were created with many, we were brought here, we've been given many gifts. The gifts of choice, which I love, the gifts of imagination, but the gift of curiosity is just as important. If it wasn't for curiosity, as babies, we probably wouldn't even start to crawl or to walk, or, you know, but that's a part of the growth. See, curiosity being the gift is a part of our growing process. So as we start to evolve, as we start to grow up, as we go through this evolutionary thing called change, from being a child to a teenager to being an adult to being more of an adult and to being more of an adult, there's that gift of curiosity that, and I believe a lot of us have felt this somewhere along the line, where it's like there's something within us that says there must be more. There must be more to life than this. If you felt that, or if you haven't felt it and you start to feel it, know that it is that gift within you saying, be curious about this beautiful thing called life. There's more to it than meets the physical eye. So we start to listen to that voice. There must be more to it. There must be more to it. So for me, there are so many different parts in my life, but I want to talk about this one point in my life where that curiosity was so strong. And at the time, I think I was in my 14th year of being an optician, and love that field, working with patients and, you know, working with eyeglasses and contacts and all that good stuff, and was really good at what I did. Loved that field. But I remember going into the clinic. I remember going into the office one day, and, you know, I'm like, there must be more to life than this, right? There must be more. There is this curiosity, because everything was going fine, except for there must be more than this. So it's like, okay, so what is it? Now that's the question. There must be more. Okay, great. What is that more? So that's where my curiosity start to really poke and prod me, right? It started to push me and to pull me. There must be more. There must be more. So eventually, I decided to leave the field of opticianry and become a massage therapist. Who knows why? Well, I do know why. And so that's what I did for a couple of years. Great field. The business was going great until it wasn't. It went like, boom, right? And again, the curiosity, or I was asking myself, there must be more. There must be more. And so that field guided me into energy work and meditation, more meditation. I've been a meditator for a long time, but it did deepen that practice. But there must be more. That was the question. And then it became a statement. It's like, is there more to life than this? Became, there's more to life than this. Seek it. Seek it. And that's when the journey really began in earnest. So I consciously began to seek. Now, we have heard it written, seek and ye shall find. Knock and the door shall be open unto you. There's one more I can't even think of. Seeking you shall find, knock. So anyway, however, so we keep seeking. But see, let me take it to the Gospel of Thomas, which takes it a little deeper than seeking ye shall find. Ask and it shall be given. Knock and the door shall be open. In the Gospel of Thomas, we read this. And Yeshua said, let them who seeks continue seeking until they find. When they find, they will be troubled. When they become troubled, they will then be astonished, and then they will rule over all. So there are 5 things there, right? Seek, right? Just start the seeking, start looking. What is it? There must be more. Let me start looking for that. Now, here's the thing about seeking. Finding is inherent within the seeking. Finding is inherent within the seeking. So when we consciously start to seek, know that you're going to find. It's like the answer is inherent within the question, right? So when we make up our minds to seek something that is calling us forward, rest assured that we're going to find. So that's number 2. We're going to find it. We're going to find it. Number 3, when we find it, we're going to be troubled. Now, what does that mean? It means that when we start to find not only what we've been looking for, but when we start to find ourselves, we are troubled that we're not who we thought we were. We're troubled when we start to find that life is not what it is all cracked up to be. In fact, there's even more. However, we have to go through this period of irritation, where, as we talk about with the oyster, which is an interesting thing. They say that the oyster is going through some irritation, and that's what creates the pearl. Has anybody really asked the oyster, if they're irritated, or is that just a part of its process of birthing something that is valuable, something to think about? We will be troubled when we find. So for me, I was troubled. I was upset for a long time because I realized that who I thought I was not. I thought I was Eugene Holden, the great optician, Eugene Holden, the musician, Eugene Holden, the whatever the title was, right? But there was so much more. And my ego, that egoic mind, started to go crazy. And if we're not careful, that ego will trip us up. That ego tripping will really trip us up. So we go through that process of being troubled, but we're still being pulled by that curiosity. We are still being pulled by that vision. We are still being pulled by that purpose, which, by the way, the vision and the purpose are also one of those things that are inherent within us when we come to the spiritual plane called earth. See, I truly believe that we have come to the spiritual plane called earth to remember who we are. I don't think that we are here to learn anything. I don't think life is here to give us lessons. I think that life is here to remind us of who we truly are, to remind us that we are greater than what we thought ourselves to be, that you are greater than who you think you are even now. No matter how great you think you are, guess what? Because we are infinite beings, there is more, and there is more, and there is more, and there is more. Now, when we become troubled, oh man, we get to look back and we have our spiritual practices. We learn these spiritual practices to help us to get through those troubled times. Meditation and prayer and meditation, sitting in the stillness. Jesse, thank you so much. Reminding us that it is stillness that is the place. See, without the stillness, there is no activity, right? Out of the stillness comes the activity of spirit, which you are. Out of the silence comes the word of spirit, which you are. right? So we start to get into our spiritual practices of prayer and meditation, and we start to sit, to get still. And then as we continue that practice, oh man, then we become astonished. Then we become astonished because our physical eyes are opening up, and we start, it's not even that our physical eyes are opening up. Maybe our physical eyes are beginning to close so that we may see through not the third eye, but the first eye. We start to see life through that inner eye that is now witnessing the invisible, right? We start to open up the inner ear so that we now start to hear the inaudible. And we are astonished at this thing called life. So now we start to see that the physical manifestations that are outside of us, we start to see beyond the physical manifestations to the source, which is that still sacred voice of the Most High. That still sacred voice of the Most High. And now that, if that's not amazing, if we're not astonished by recognizing that, or as I like to say, this is from Rumi, if we're not in awe, we are not paying attention. See, now we are astonished, we are amazed at how life truly is, how good life truly is, in spite of the appearances, which is why we read in scripture, do not judge by the appearances, right? And then after being astonished, it goes on to say, and they will rule over all. Now, that doesn't mean that we're going to become dictators. That doesn't mean that we're going to rule over the world. What that means is that we're going to have dominion over everything in our own lives. Why? Because you, me, and we are the creators of our world. We are the ones who get to create what it is that we wish to experience. See, we get to rule over all of the negative thoughts that used to come. Okay, maybe not you, but me. I get to rule. I have dominion over those negative thoughts that used to come into my mind, especially those disempowering thoughts like, I am not enough. I will never be good enough. Nobody likes me. I am not this or I am not that. Now, because we begin to seek and we find and we are troubled and then we become astonished. And now we are rulers in our own world, in our own universe, which is an interesting thing when I put it like that, because even though I say it's our own universe, guess what? Because there's no separation. What we think, what I think, what I call my universe is connected with your universe. Why? As Dr. Holmes reminds us, there's only one life. That life is God's life. Call it what you want. Call it God, call it spirit, call it universal intelligence, but call it forth. That life is perfect. That life is perfect, just the way it is. Even in the seeming imperfection, it is purpose. It is that too. It is perfect. And Holmes put it this way, that life is my life now. I like to say it like this. There's only one life. That life is God's life. That life is perfect. I am that life now. For we truly are the life of the infinite. The song before the broadcast, I am the light, right? I am the light. So we are the light. So what we are here to do, my brothers and sisters, is to really connect with what we have been seeking. So what do I mean by that? We want to connect with what we have been seeking. So what we have been seeking, now you've heard this said before, what we are seeking is seeking us. But that's not really it. See, because for me, that sounds like there's separation, right? What I am seeking is seeking me, right? So there's a separation here. What about this? What I am seeking, I already am. Breathe that in. What we are seeking, we already are. So when we say seek and ye shall find, you're seeking your higher power. You are seeking your spiritual identity. You are seeking the light that you came here to shine. And then we realize, wait a minute, I am that light. There's nothing to seek. Now, there's only to be. How cool is this, right? There's no more seeking. That's why we hear, be still and know. You know, it's an interesting thing, right? It's because it sounds like there's a contradiction. Seek and ye shall find, be still and know. So what do you want me to do? Seek and find, or be still and know? It's actually both. Going back to the practice of stillness and meditation, it is in that meditative state that we are seeking to become one. Oh, thank you, Spirit. That we are seeking to become one again with ourselves. We are seeking to recognize, to know again, to recognize that right where we are, the divine is. So there's no more seeking. There's only a being. So when we say, be still and know I am God, that's huge. That's huge. To be still and know I am God. So I teach what I call the scientific art of prayer class. And so each week I take, each step: recognition, unification, declaration or realization, thanksgiving, and then realization. Release. Or I like to call it surrender. So we just finished week 2. And what came to me is that the second step, unification, when we think about it, Reverend Rafe, unification is one of the most challenging steps that there is in those 5 steps, because it is calling us, it is challenging us to be one, not just with God, but as God. Now, what makes it challenging is that over eons or maybe centuries, and maybe even a couple of thousands of years, we as mankind, humankind, womankind, have been taught that there is this power outside of us and that we will never attain to. But that's not the truth. For Yeshua Messiah, as he was being questioned and getting ready to be stoned because he equated himself with God, and then he went to the book of Isaiah and says, wait a minute, isn't that not written in your laws that all ye are gods? So step 2, I am one with God, is a challenging step, because number 1, we have to start to be willing. We have to start to be willing to let go of the miseducation that I and God are separate, that I could never be one with God. There was in some religious teachings, it's taught that there was only one that was perfect. There was one that was with God, and that's Yeshua Messiah. But that's not what he taught. He didn't teach that. What he came to do, and what we are here, all of us are here to do, is to remind ourselves first and foremost, and then to remind the people around us that we are the thing itself. Now, in that second step, really embodying that right where I am, God is. No matter where I go, I am God in action. Man, if that's not going to cause the waters to be troubled, nothing else will. Nothing else will. But as we continue to not only affirm that I truly am the expression of God, as we truly affirm that I am the representative of the divine because the divine represents itself as me, Yeah, there might be some troubling times, but because the ego mind is going, oh no, they're coming, they're waking up like Neo in the Matrix, right? They're waking up, and the ego will do everything that it can to trip us up. But as we continue to seek within, as we continue to embody the power, the grace, the beauty, the majesty that we are. Now there's no more seeking, right? There's no more trouble. And any trouble that tends or seems to come up from the outside, we know who and what we are. We are the divine being of light. We are the magnificent power of the infinite. So there isn't anything that we cannot face. There isn't anything that can keep us from shining our magnificent light. You know who you are. Well, okay, let me remind you just in case you forgot, because it's not that you don't know. Sometimes we forget. Sometimes I forget. But that's why I love my telephone. I have a phone book full of people that I can call that remind me, wait a minute, Eugene, wake up. Don't you remember who you are? Remember who you are. You were born, you were created in the spiritual image, the spiritual likeness, and out of the spiritual nature of life itself. You are magnificently created. So when the irritation comes, okay, welcome it. Why? Because that irritation smooths out the rough corners, right? Check this out. If God is all there is, and it is, if spirit is all there is, then it is. And then if spirit is the source of all that there is, and it is, well, then spirit is the source of the irritation. What? Yes, spirit is the source of the irritation, because that's spirit's way of waking us up to who we truly are as spirit. Man, finding the pearl is finding your true self. Finding the pearl. Finding the pearl is embodying who you truly are in spirit. Finding the pearl is having the courage to love unconditionally. Finding the pearl, but not just finding the pearl. Let's not just find the pearl. Let's be the pearl. The pearl of great price. So that when we are out during the day, when we are showing up as our natural born divine selves, without even trying, we change our little part of the world. Why? Because we are walking in, through, and as love. See, because truly, as cliche as this may sound, as corny as this may sound, we truly are here to love. We are here to be that vehicle of love. We are here to be that power of love. We are here to be loving, no matter what. And for me, that's the definition of unconditional love. I love you no matter what. A lot of you have heard me say this before, right? That I love you no matter what you have said or did not say. I love you no matter what you've done or have not done. And the important thing is to remember to love ourselves unconditionally. Yeah, so we've made mistakes, but it's just a mistake. So we get to take two. Maybe we need to take three. Or as Dave Brubeck said, maybe we need to take 5, right? It's just a mistake. And that mistake is there for us to learn. That mistake is maybe some of the sand that irritates us. But again, the irritation is rounding out those sharp corners of judgment, the sharp corners of condemnation, those sharp corners of putting people down, especially ourselves. So we are rounding out those corners by that irritation or of the sands of the infinite. You are the pearl of great price. There's nothing to go and seek for. There's nothing to go look for. It is time to be still and know that you are divine. Let's pray. It is from this place of gratitude that I speak this word. I recognize first and foremost that there is this infinite intelligence from which all things are created. It is the very nature of this divine intelligence to permeate and to penetrate and to fill the interspaces of the universe, meaning that there is no space where God is not. It is that infinite intelligence that is living, moving, and having its being in, through, and as all of life, which means that is living, moving, and having its being in, through, and as my life and as your life. For we truly are the lives of God. It's amazing to me to recognize and to be one with this intelligence, knowing that from this one power, from this one presence, all of the myriad vibrations of life are manifested from this one intelligence. And so recognizing and acknowledging that we are one with God, I speak this word on behalf of all of us. I know that right here and right now, as we step into and stand boldly in the divinity of our being, we say yes to being the pearl of great price. We say yes to being the light that shines on everyone. We say yes to being the love of God itself. So knowing that this word is already complete, I give great thanks. It is from this place of gratitude and thanksgiving that I now release my word into the awesome, the dynamic, and powerful action of love and law. You see, this is what I know. As this word is released into the law cannot help itself. It has no other choice. It has no recourse. It must take these words and mold them and shape them, design them, create them, and then return them unto us, not void or empty. Oh, no. These words, this word is absolutely fulfilling itself right here and right now. And so we just simply and in love allow it to be. And so it is. Amen. Ashe. Peace and blessings.
Wow. Thank you so much, Eugene, for that inspiring message. What I'm seeking, I already am. I love being reminded of who we truly are, of who I truly am, an expression of God, an expression of love. So thank you so much, Eugene Holden. All right. So please join us for our in-person service next week as Ginny Robertson inspires us with her talk, The Courage to be Curious. Our guest musician next week will be the talented, world-renowned flautist, I think I said that right, Andrea Brackfeld, accompanied by Zach Worthy on keyboard. So if you're unable to join us in person next week, you can always hook up with us right here, wherever you're watching us live now. And now it's my pleasure to introduce once again, Jesse Powers.
One step as steady as I can. When faith becomes my only plan. Be still, be brave, my beating heart. There is a safety in the dark. This is the place where my heart runs free, giving it all to the love in me. Every wall you break, every boundary, I feel it a little bit more. Your love is the only thing that will ever be sure. love I learned, I read, I wrote. In love there's nothing left to know. Breathe in, breathe out, and let it go, and settle into the unknown. 'Cause all I know is that you do. So take my hands and lead me through. This is the place where my heart runs free, giving it all to the love in me. Every wall you break, every boundary, I feel it a little bit more. Your love is the only thing that will ever be sure. Ooh, oh, na 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 na. This love is sure. This love is sure. This love is sure. This love is sure. Your love is sure. Your love is sure. Your love is sure. Your love is sure.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, Jesse, for that fabulous song. How blessed are we in this community to have these beautiful musicians and wonderful, inspiring speakers. Boy, I tell you, we just really appreciate everybody that contributes to this service. So if you want to hear more from Jessie, though, check out her website at jessiepowersmusic.com to hear more of her beautiful, joyful, soulful music. And so, yeah, check her out. So beautiful. We have just received, oh my goodness, and now we can consciously give back. I invite you to invoke feelings of love, gratitude, and abundance, and allow those feelings to fill you and to fill the space around you. So let's use the power of our word by speaking our prosperity affirmation together. I know that the infinite abundance of the universe is blessing and expanding my offering for the good of all. And so it is. We offer easy ways to donate. You can make a one-time or recurring donation through our website, columbiacsl.com, or you can text your donation to us at 410-498-6175. It's a text-only number, so don't try to call it. You might think, oh, it's not working, but it works. 410-498-6175 through text. So we know that as we give, we receive, and we do so in gratitude. That's the law of circulation. So please join me as we bless every gift bestowed upon Columbia CSL. Together, we receive these gifts, knowing that they nurture and support our vision of contributing to a world that works for everyone. And so it is. We appreciate everyone's contributions. Your support ensures that we remain a vital and thriving center for everyone's spiritual nourishment. So on behalf of our entire community, we want to thank you for being part of our spiritual family today. We look forward to seeing you again. And at the end of service, remember to stay on for our announcement slides so you can keep informed on upcoming events. But here are a couple of things to note in your calendar. Next Sunday, after our in-person service, join the Brunch Bunch at a restaurant close to the Hawthorne Center for a bite to eat and some great fellowship. This is a new group organized by Judy Templeton and friends, and they would love for you to join them after service on the fourth Sunday of the month. And I can't say it enough. Welcome, welcome, welcome to our new senior minister, Reverend Rafe Ellis. He candidated with our community on January 22nd, and we voted him in on January 29th. And he officially becomes our senior minister and spiritual leader on March 1st. His first official speaking date with us will be March 5th. That'll be a virtual service. And then the 12th, he'll be joining us in person at the Hawthorne Center. So we hope you can make all the things. You can find the links to all these events in our newsletter and on our website, columbiacsl.com. Just click on the calendar. And if you don't find what you're looking for, I invite you to reach out to us at info@columbiacsl.com. This is an interactive community, and we'd love to hear from you. And now it's my pleasure to introduce once again Eugene Holden to close our service with an affirmation for the week.
Yes, yes, yes. Man, ain't life wonderful? It truly is. So earlier in the service, the beautiful Reggie Cap asked us to set an intention for the week. So I'm sure you have that intention, but I also want you to add this affirmation. So repeat after me. I am the great pearl of life. That which I am seeking, I am. I am the way that God, love, life shows up in the world. And I rejoice in this in gratitude. And so it is. Peace and blessings, everyone. I'll see you soon.
Breath and spirit are the same word in nearly every language across the globe. Inspiration. What are you filled with when you're filled with inspiration? Spirit, breath, life. In the ancient language of Aramaic, the word for breath is ruka. Something you can detect its presence but can't find its source. Mysterious life force. Question: are you breathing or are you being breathed? Are you living or are you being lived? It's the breath of life. Are you holding it back? It's what's keeping you here. It's your truest truth. It's your best friend. The yogi Krishnamacharya said it this way: breathe in, God approaches. Hold it, God remains. Breathe out, approach God. Hold it, surrender. The word God can be goddess. It can be source energy, life, force, prana, chi, whatever you want to call it. It's the animating force of your being. It's what's keeping you here. Breath, spirit, life. Breathe in, God approaches. Hold it, and God remains. And breathe out, approaches God. Hold it, surrender now. And breathe in, God approaches. Hold it, God remains. And breathe out, love approaches, hold it, and love remains, and breathe out, approach love, hold it, surrender now, and breathe in, love approaches, hold it, and love remains, and breathe out, approach love, hold it, surrender now, and breathe in, love approaches, hold it, and love remains, and breathe out, approach love, hold it, surrender now, and breathe in, love approaches, hold it, and love remains, and breathe out, approach love, hold it, surrender now, and breathe in, love approaches, hold it, and love remains, and breathe out, approach love, hold it, surrender now, and breathe in, love approaches, hold it, love remains, and breathe out, approach love, hold it, surrender now. Breathe in, peace approaches, hold it, and peace remains, and breathe out, approach peace, hold it, surrender now, breathe in, peace approaches, hold it, and peace remains, and breathe out, approach peace, hold it, surrender now, breathe in, peace approaches, hold it, and peace remains, and breathe out, approach peace, hold it, surrender now. Oh God. Breathe in, God approaches, hold it, and God remains, and breathe out, approach God.